women talk like men talk. We know shit. They know if they, and I know women who have cheated, but for the most part, and I'm not saying all women don't cheat and men cheat, but for the most part, especially, again, I love my daddy. I know my mom was faithful to him. Mm-hmm. My daddy was a hoe.
Yeah, you said that nigga ain't come home for a week.
He was a hoe. I'm sure we got siblings out there we don't know about. That's why I don't swipe on white boys on Tinder. I'm like, your eyes look familiar. My daddy was out here doing some shit.
Something I love about women, man. I think it's an incredible skill y'all have. Y'all always talk like y'all have never met each other. I love that.
Like what?
Like y'all never met each
y'all
other.
Talk like y'all
don't know
like y'all talk like you have no like she would never. How the fuck you I love how y'all talk like that. That always amazed me.
Someone.
The same way we talk about Troy may do whatever the fuck, but from what I see and hear, Troy really cheating. Just be not on that kind of time. So the same way we could Jeff for Troy.
I mean, can we just shout out that Cheyenne is Cheyenne's got it all?
Cheyenne must beat on Troy.
No, Cheyenne's got that. Cheyenne is built like a fucking
beat on Troy.
That
like
girl got what?
But check me out.
Look, in a good way. That girl got the booty. She got the waist. She got the titties. Cheyenne's gorgeous. Why would you cheat on her?
Shout out Cheyenne.
And that's why
he knows he got it right. He has it in the.
The only issue is, Sean, most women talk like that.
Yeah, but it's not always true, but it can be.
It's usually mostly false. That's the problem.
It's like, here's the problem with women. They're all damn liars. Sounds like somebody is holding on. He's been hurt. He's holding on.
When the shorty cheat on you,
that's a cop out. Y'all, I'm sorry, go ahead. That's a cop out. That hurts shit.
When the shorty cheat on you, like dudes, like what plague your mind be different for different dudes? Because that's what you wanted. So some niggas be like, oh, did you suck his dick? Oh, did you whoop-de-whoop? I be thinking about the little things a woman do to let you know that she wanted that dick. That's the shit be on my mind. Like when you go to pulling their drawers now and they lift up so you could get it from up under there. That's the shit I be imagining. You really lifted that booty up for that man so he could slide that off. You what?
And slide that in.
It's just fuck me then, huh?
No, she fucking him. That's the
Joe, when that bitch slip out, you put it back in. You nasty, but we got a family at home.
And she was darn sure that nigga that she I don't do this on the regular. Like she's going out her way for this dick.
She did.
Like she's inconveniencing herself.
She did. But
she ain't never sucked a dick like this before.
Women, like I pays attention. Like I'm like, for women who've been with me, they know like that nigga. I pay attention to shit. So one time that I got cheated on, I knew something was up because when we get off the phone, like if I'm doing something, the phrase is always the same. Call me when you finish. That day it was, I'ma call you when I'm done. You ain't never said that because I'm doing something and you doing something. But it's always call me when you finish. Like whenever you done that, call me. But on this particular day, I'm gonna call you when I'm done. And the whole time I was working out. The whole time I'm like, that shit just not sitting right with me. It's like, bro, I got your location. So
you do have to trust your gut.
Bro, I'm finishing the rest of my workout. I'm just like, shit just not right with me. Like what? I'm like, what the fuck is? I'm gonna call you when I'm done. No, it's always like, just call me when you finish and we could, finish talking. So my auntie ended up calling me, this during pandemic lockdown. My auntie ended up calling me and was just like, yeah, I just made some pecan candy. You hear me? Come pick it up. I made enough for you and such and such. I said, well, let me see where she at. Lord have mercy.
Where was she?
Somewhere she ain't no business, man. Yeah. So I go over. I feel like I told the story on the podcast before.
Oh, she didn't turn her location out?
No.
So she ain't give a fuck.
But there's the thing. I know where dude live at. I know because you used to deal with him. I've been there before. That's why you don't be dating your homegirls.
Oh, it's her.
Because I know, huh?
It's her.
Yeah.
But aren't you poly?
What they got to do with what the man talking about?
That ain't got nothing to do with lying.
Well, she didn't lie. She switched up on you. She switched it up, but she didn't lie.
In my religion,
if you're gonna be poly, you gotta have some hard guidelines.
We do have hard guidelines.
His poly
is
waters all
right
the hoes
there.
with him. No, see, I'm like, I hate that shit. His poly is all the women is with him. You with me and me on. I need a
no. We with the hoes.
That jerked you back.
I know it jerked me back.
It don't go for.
Yeah.
We with the hoes. Like I always dealt with women who deal with women.
Open and poly different things.
Okay, I'm confused.
My rules was always like I dealt with women who dealt with women. So like they got their man, which is me, and then we explore women together. That was always my dynamic. That's not everybody else.
So convenient.
No other dick.
That is very convenient.
Yeah.
But you got to play it like it wasn't your idea. Because like a lot of women come to me and they're like, well, I'm bisexual. I'm like, whatever. I want to know if while with you, I can still explore that side of my sexuality. So then I get to play it like I'm doing them a favor. Like, oh, well, you know, I guess like, you know,
I'm genius work.
I'm willing to do that with you. You feel what I'm saying? Like I'm willing to sacrifice that so that you could, you know, explore and be your full self while in this relationship with me.
What Chico Bean said, there were no victims, only volunteers. And in that sense, there's volunteers.
So what happened was like, this is the thing. Me and this person, our sexual chemistry was hell in the beginning. It was bad. It was bad. We got there after a while, but it was bad.
I'm a power through.
So I guess she was trying her best to power through. We couldn't really figure each other out like that. It's crazy. But I guess she got sick of that shit, and she went to where she knew it was good at. And yeah, I really went, like, I got upset and pulled up at that nigga house. I was so
You
young.
did tell that story.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, you ain't got to the rest of it because don't worry about it.
Yeah.
You're just gonna get Harry all mad at some
No, ain't gonna get me mad.
girl he never even met before.
No, I know exactly who she is. We've all
He's like,
met
I already
her.
hate the bitch.
Nigga say she closer than you think.
She's actually very close. Yeah, actually, yeah. You did a good job cleaning the house too. I appreciate it. Yeah.
I'm joking.
You did a damn good job cleaning the house. This bitch is sparkly.
What are we talking about next, guys?
How long you been doing comedy?
I started in Atlanta in 2019. And then all I wanted was to get a flyer. Like I wanted to book enough shows to have like a little flyer with my name and like, here's like 3-4 places I'm going to be. And I booked them. They weren't paid. They were like a brewery and, you know, and I booked like 3 shows that I was scheduled to be on. And I was so excited to put this flyer together. And then COVID hit and everything shut down. Every show got canceled. And I was like, because before that I was just doing open mics. And COVID came and I was like, well, I guess that was a fun little experience. At least I can say that I tried stand-up comedy and then thought I was done with it. Because COVID, you know, that's a big gap to take a break when you just jumped into something. And then I moved to Guam, which is 30 miles long, 8 miles wide. There's no comedy in Guam. And I even had a few places that said they'd put me on, but there's no other comics. I just started. I can't just run a whole show myself, me be the only comic.
A whole hour every time.
Just be like, it's me, motherfuckers. Like, I can't do that. So I was like, really thought I was done with it. Yeah.
By Ashley.
But one of my dreams is I would love to get to a point where I can do a Guam comedy festival because I love Guam and it's a U.S. territory. It's where America begins its day. It turns midnight in Guam before it turns midnight anywhere else. So that's their Guam where America begins its day.
Yeah. There's a military base over there too. Shout out the base over there.
Yeah, there's a good bit of bases. I was living my best life. Let me tell you, Guam.
Hell yeah.
A lot. Before I went, I was talking to a man who said that he was going to be stationed in Guam and he decided to actually not re-enlist because of the ratio of men to women in Guam. He's like, I'm ready to settle down, and Guam's not where you go if you're a man ready to settle down. The ratio of men to women is very uneven. If you're a woman, it is like shooting fish in a barrel. They're everywhere. So I was living my best little life in Guam. I was just living it up, but comedy wasn't happening. And so I see the little look.
Niggas like Ashley was living it
you
up.
get on Tinder in Guam, it's like 6 swipes. It's like, well, that's it. And you're like, damn it. So you just,
I'm full.
Yeah. And that's when
Ashley
you
was
just, you're
living
like,
it up down and side to side.
I was living my best life in Guam. And the weird thing about Guam, I didn't particularly partake in this, but the sexual inhibition in Guam is unlike anything I'd ever experienced, because think about it. You're on a tiny island and it's a lot of military people. So a lot of couples who got married young and then they're stationed on this island. So they figure if we're ever going to like be with other people or try an open relationship, so many open relationships in Guam because it's these young couples, a lot, not all, but married couples who just want to like open their relationship. So I've never had so many people on Tinder that are just like looking for a third person to like come in. Damn. And yeah, you think about it, like you're on an island, you're not running into your aunt at the grocery store or your people at church. Like you don't know anybody. So if you're ever going to try something like this, that's the place to do it. So a lot of sexual inhibition in Guam.
Oh, so you was trying shit.
Well, look, this one couple on Tinder was trying, and I was thinking about it because he was cute and she was okay, but he was cute, and so I'm like, you know what? You only live once. I will do something for a plot. I will do something for a plot.
Do it for the
plot. So I was like, you know what? Let's see. And so I was considering this possibility. Maybe and we're talking about what this would look like and boundaries and all this. And he's hot. She's kind of cute. And but then they could not stop talking about their fucking kids. Like, yeah, you want to come over Tuesday? The kids go to bed at 7. And I'm
they
like,
needed a nanny. That's what the
yeah, you don't need to tell me what time. Why do you, I don't. That just kept giving me a weird vibe.
They
like
fucking up the fantasy.
Yeah, like the kids go to bed at 7 and they got like 4 fucking kids. I'm like, that's a little weird to me. I'm not going to be the reason old Junior comes out looking for a glass of milk in the middle of the night. He accidentally stumbles into mom and dad's bedroom. I'm on all fours. He has to go to therapy. I'm not going to be the reason for that. I'm not doing it. So then I was like, you know what? That makes me a little uncomfortable knowing that the kids are there. If this is something I wanted to try out, definitely kids would not be involved. So I'm going to have to pass. And then they reach out to me a little while later and they're like, well, we're getting a hotel. So why don't you meet us at the hotel? And I was like, maybe, I'm open to this. And they're like, yeah, the kids are going to be in the adjoining room next door. I'm like, again with the kids. Why we got to keep bringing the kids up? You could have just told them. You just could have said nothing. You
could have left that out.
Yeah.
They ain't got no game.
Oh, we're sharing a room. We're going to put the kids together. You keep messing it up, bringing up the kids, man. And I never did it. Never got a little too adventurous in Guam, but I loved it. It was gorgeous. I made a lot of great friends, and it was, and then I moved to New Orleans unexpectedly. My stepdad was in hospice with cancer, and I was not going to move home permanently, but then when I got here, I couldn't leave my mom. It was my mom. My little sister was 18 when he passed. My nephews, it's the only dad they ever knew. So I was like, well, I guess I'm moving to New Orleans.
So you're from here?
I'm from here. I'm from the Ninth Ward. Yeah. So I was like, well, I guess I'm moving home. Mm-hmm. And then it was so sad and every day was so heavy. And I slept in the bed with my mom, literally where my stepdad used to sleep because I wanted to be close to her. And I would wake up to my mom sobbing. I would go to bed to my mom sobbing. And it was fucking sad and heavy. And it just every day felt like the longest, saddest day. And I figured I have to do something for me. So I figured I'm going to go to open mics. And that's how I got back into comedy, is just looking for an outlet and looking for something that
was in New Orleans, right?
Mm-hmm, in New Orleans.
Who was the first New Orleans comic you met?
Garrett Cousineau. Yes, and I love Garrett Cousineau. So honestly, I was on Tinder and I saw Garrett's profile and like every picture was him on stage. And I was like, this motherfucker's a comedian. And so I swiped on him and we talked and he said, tell me the truth. Did you swipe on me because you're like attracted to me and interested, or did you swipe on me because like I'm a comic and you want to get in the scene? And I was like, damn it. I'm wanting to meet other comics and I thought you'd be cool to but he was totally cool with it. And like, I consider Garrett to this day one of my closest friends. So he was totally cool with it. We met at Checkpoint Charlie's and then we ended up going to Dragon's Den upstairs and I saw Shep Kelly, who had already followed and loved her stuff. So Shep's the first comic that I saw. And Garrett was hosting the open mic. And that was my first little foray into stand-up comedy here in New Orleans. And Garrett even said, like, do you want to go up? And y'all know I don't miss the opportunity to get on stage, but I didn't know anyone yet. And I was nervous. And I was like, no, I'm just here to observe. And I didn't go up. And then after that, I volunteered for Hell Yes Fest. Not booked on a show, didn't know anybody. That's really when I met so many of my comedian friends I met at that Hell Yes Fest. And then the next Hell Yes Fest, Troy and I opened at the Joy Theater. So I did a lot in that year. Yeah. But yeah, I started comedy in Atlanta, but it really took off here in New Orleans. And it was really just me looking for an escape to get away from just sadness every day and just heavy shit.
I think that's a lot of comedians.
Yeah. Shout out Shep Kelly too.
Yeah,
shout
out
Shep.
Yep.
Shep is one of the more not underrated, but like
underappreciated.
She's one of the more under highlighted heroes of New Orleans comedy scene. So shout out to Shep.
Yeah, I feel like I haven't seen her in a hot minute. Miss you, Shep.
Shep getting too much money now.
That's a
Shep
fact.
getting too much money. Shep getting the more money she get, the bigger her shoulders get, and the smaller her haircuts get. So shout out Shep, man.
You do you, babe.
Don't do Shep.
I will say that her and I were having a drink before a show. And I was telling her I was freaked out about turning 40 because I don't know, there's something weird about getting older because you don't feel how feel it, and I'm not living the life I thought I would at 40. I guess as a kid, you think at 40 you're going to be married with a kid and, doing this domestic thing. And I'm so glad I'm not. But it's not what I thought 40 would look like. And I was sitting with Shep and I'm freaked out about turning 40. It just seems like such a big deal. And she said something about turning 40. You just don't give a fuck on a level that you've never experienced before. And this was it. I was 39, and sure enough, she hit the nail on the head, because the closer I got to 40, I just started, I don't give a fuck if a guy doesn't call me or text me back. If we have the best date ever, I never hear from him again. I'm like, well, okay, buddy. I have reached a level of unbothered that I honestly really would have loved to reach in my 20s and 30s. It would have made life a lot easier. But I guess it's something you have to grow into. But Shep's the one who told me, like, good things are ahead. And with that, with getting older comes this like maturity, this height that you've never reached. And man, she was right. Can't even explain it.
Shep would know, man. Shout out to Shep again, man.
Yeah.
I want to know, Ashley, who are some of your comedic inspirations?
So any female comics, Carol Burnett, like I can't imagine what it was like during that time, like when Carol Burnett was coming up and there were just women were not holding space in any places like they do today. And even today, women still aren't holding space on a level I think they deserve to be. But Carol Burnett and the female writers in Saturday Night Live during like John Belushi days, those women are amazing. And Taylor Tomlinson, all the stuff she'd done at such a young age, like 21, 22 with a Netflix special, the confidence you have to pull that off. I will say that Kyle Kinane, he's been a fan. I've been a fan of his for probably 15 years. And if anyone, like, who are your top 5 comics, Kyle Kinane's been in there for probably about 15 years. His comedy is how I feel, how I'm funny when I'm high. Like, you get high and you think you're hilarious.
I definitely feel that.
And you're like, I am a genius. Facts. And then, so I feel like he truly is a genius. And that's the stuff that's how I feel when I'm high, but he just gets to get on stage and personify how I feel when I'm high.
Has he done something that people may know about? Like, if people who aren't.
So like Kyle Kinane, for me, his favorite,
drink too.
Yeah, he's going to be in Sparks Drink in March. I'm taking the day off to make sure.
Open for my dog,
I would love to open for Kyle. It would be a dream, actually. I saw him at Laughing Skull in Atlanta well before I ever thought of getting into stand-up comedy.
We're going to clip this up and tag Sports Drink, for real.
Yeah, I've truly been one of his biggest fans for 15 years. And he's just, I can't explain it. He just resonates with me, and he's a genius comic. But he has this one bit, and he has a few that I really love, but the one that probably, and a lot of people would probably say the same thing, but he has this bit about the Cheddar Bay Biscuits Facebook fan page. So he talks about being a member of the Red Lobster Cheddar Bay Biscuits fan page on Facebook, and the day that Michael Jackson died, the eclipse of Michael Jackson lovers to Cheddar Bay Biscuit fans, like it's hilarious. You have to listen to it. But he's like watching that feed be like, dude, I love Cheddar Bay Biscuits, and people are like, not today, dude. Not today.
Michael Jackson died.
Read the room. Yeah. Like, and then he has this one where he's like, natural disasters are dicks. Like, any natural disaster, it's a dick. But they're kind of, you don't take them personal, right? Like earthquakes affect everyone, hurricanes affect everyone, but tornadoes, just Larry's house. Like, just fuck you, Larry. Like, I don't know the exact thing, but he's hilarious, dude. Look up Kyle Kinane.
I heard that one before.
Yeah, he's so funny.
I'm definitely gonna clip this up, and so we can manifest.
Yeah. Oh, I would love to open. And I got to open for Lace Larrabee, who was my mentor in Atlanta, and who's the one who taught me like how to hold a mic and get on stage and put the stand behind you. Like, she taught me the ins and outs of comedy. And then Emma Willman, I got to open for her. And Emma Willman, I saw her on Netflix, and it's something.
Short haircut?
Yeah. But it's something really cool to like discover someone on Netflix, just like everyone else does, and then
work with them.
Be able to like go on stage and do your thing and open up for them. And that wasn't paid, but the experience. And one day,
that keep you going.
Yeah, that'll keep me going.
Somebody gonna see you on Netflix or something, and then they have
that's the hope. That's the hope.
Yeah.
And then I've been watching this thing on. I've been watching the history of comedy on HBO and just seeing like the Lenny Bruce. Like Lenny Bruce is the reason we're all able to do comedy. He was arrested for getting on stage and talking about things that we talk about now like it's nothing, but back in the day in the 50s and 60s, this was a punishable offense, and he's the one who kind of took the brunt of that. So Lenny Bruce and Richard Pryor and George Carlin, and I love Mark Macron. I don't know how to say his last name, but I think he's really good. I like comics who choose to be political, because it feels like you're ungaslighting the nation. Because we're sitting here watching all this shit go down with this administration and being like, we see this, right? Like, I'm not crazy. We see this going on. This is happening. And the news is trying, like, you just feel like you're going crazy. And then these comics get up and they're like, dude, this shit is crazy. And you're like, okay, other people see what's going on. Like Jon Stewart and Jimmy Kimmel. And
do you see yourself ever doing that?
I don't know. Sometimes. I mean, you know, look, sometimes I go back and forth, because I would love my Instagram to just be comedy, which Ashley tells jokes on Instagram. Follow me if you're inclined, but I would love for it to just be comedy. But sometimes I just feel like I go 3 days just posting political stuff because I'm angry about.
You at least posted something political today.
Yeah, because I'm just so angry about what's going on in our country, and that it doesn't have to be like this. Like, healthcare is a human right. Health insurance companies do not need to exist. Credit scores. Like, life doesn't have to be this hard. Credit scores exist because black people wanted to buy houses. Black people and women wanted to buy houses, and the government was like, well, hold on now. Let's come up with a system, make sure they can really pull this off. Like,
that's why we here, though, to make light of it.
Yeah.
To shine awareness on it.
I'll tell you what.
So sometimes I'm like, maybe I need to just turn my stuff, like, get political with my stuff and share that. But it's so overwhelming. And I feel like I definitely probably lose followers because I just post political stuff that I believe in.
But you will also gain your audience.
Yeah.
And thank you for saying that, Ashley. Because when black people say, they're like, why are you thinking about race? Well, a white person saying it now.
This nigga.
Everything's about race because a white person said it.
Yeah, they say don't make it about race. The whole country was fucking built on race. Like, how do we not make it about race when this country has never done anything out of the goodness of its heart? Like, slavery didn't end because of altruistic people who just wanted to do the right thing. No, they wanted black people's money. Black people started making their own economy and being like, bet, we'll do this ourselves. And they were thriving. And they weren't putting their money in the pockets of rich white men. And they were like, well, let's rethink this. Like, this country has never advanced out of the goodness of its own heart or wanting to truly do the right thing. It has all been capitalistic greed. It has all been trying to tap into money and making people richer. And so today what's happening, putting people in concentration camps. I mean, these ICE camps are concentration camps. And what people don't realize is when they fill these beds in these prisons, these are privately funded prisons. Rich people are getting richer off of having black and brown people in those prisons. And there's some white people in there, but the statistics don't lie. The numbers tell us it is disproportionately black and brown people in these prisons. We're not going after. There's no wealthy migrants. There's no wealthy brown people in jail. It's fucking poor black and brown people and poor people. They don't want us getting ahead. They don't want a middle class. And it's so frustrating. And so, yeah, I do tend to like skew that way. And then I'll be like, today I'm just doing comedy stuff. And then before you know it, I done saw 5 reels that resonate with me. And I shared it. And I'm like, damn it.
Naturally, you though. You genuinely care about that stuff. Why not shine? Like,
yeah, so
you got close friends? You got a close friends?
She don't got no close.
On your Instagram?
She don't even know what that is.
I know what close friends is.
Thank you,
but
nigga say, y'all my close friends.
Nigga said, y'all right here.
No, here's the thing. I know what close friends is. I'm not that old, guys. I overthink the close friends thing. You know what I mean? Like, I overthink it, and I'm like, if I share this, I want this. Like, so I just figured I just stay away from it.
I don't have one.
But what's your suggestion? What's your suggestion?
It up is because there's things that I want to post on my page that I like. You with politics. That's me with
freaky shit.
Freaky, yeah.
He's
basically.
like, I discovered 2 Girls, 1 Cup recently, and I was like, I did not know what this was about, and I wanted to share it.
To see that.
That's in my close. That's what my close friends is for. If I see a meme that I think is hilarious, but it's some goddamn debauchery, it's going in the close friends. You niggas gonna see it.
Yeah, for me though, it's more of
you want to actually spread it out.
Well, if I just share it with the people who think like me, I don't know. I know it's delusional, but I do hope that one day I share something that just clicks and makes sense to someone who needs to see it or hear it. But also, I just want it to be, which I'm sure by now it is, I want it to be well documented where I stood at this moment in time. So when I'm dead and I'm not going to have children, but my nieces and nephews or anyone goes back, let's see what this Ashley Zoerner was all about. I don't want there to be any kind of confusion as to whether I supported immigrants' rights or, I just don't want there to be any confusion. I want it to be very well documented that I am against the Trump administration. I am against putting targets on people's backs because of the color of their skin. Mm-hmm. I want people to know that immigrants. It's gonna be on him. Yeah, immigrants pay into a system that they don't benefit from.
Thousands of people about to see this.
You want to stand on business.
Yeah,
and I respect that.
Yeah, so I want people, but also I'm like, I want to make it as a comic, and I want to one day just have that pay my bills, and I want to travel the world and tell jokes and connect with people.
But that lane is open to you. Speak your truth. I feel like that's what one conversation I did have when Trix was dying for his birthday. He had brought down a guy who run Hollywood Comedy Club, I think it was, the older white man. San Diego, one of them comedy clubs, and he said
sports drink.
The one piece of advice I would give to a comic, the difference that I see between people who do take it to that next level and people who don't is comics who are telling their truth. Whatever that is to you. It's not the same for everybody, but whatever your truth is, tell that. If you not into politics, don't go up there and talk about politics because it's hot. Facts. You feel what I'm saying? If your shit is talking about your life and things that happen to you and making light of it, if that's your truth, tell that truth. If politics is your truth, tell that truth. And that has resonated with me. He was like, that's the one thing I've seen take comedians to the next level. So if that's how you feel in your heart, you may get more passion on stage and people draw you in, because I'm not into politics like that because I get mad fast, as we talked about earlier. So I try to stay away from all that because then I'm in the streets trying to riot and shit. I be tripping. So I will listen to a comedian or a person speak on something they're passionate about because that passion is infectious. Because even if that's not some shit that I may pay attention to, when you get on stage and you speak with it because that's in your heart for real. Yeah. People feel that. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, I get that.
And I'm going to support you. When you start doing political jokes, I'm reposting them all. You heard it here first.
When it comes to the political
that
jokes.
Nigga can't talk.
I've been drinking and out. When it comes to the political jokes and just as far as content, like you probably would have more fun talking about this stuff. That way it don't seem like a job, like how people feel like social media is a job. It can be a job if you're not happy.
Yeah. There are
I just know it's a fine line. I don't want to alienate people or make people think I think less of them because they don't believe the way I believe. But I also just am really passionate about the stuff that I believe in, about social justice and about people's rights and, I don't know. So maybe I might get a little more political. I do have the one little political joke that I tell about, if I see a guy wearing a red hat.
And that's a funny
joke. And I do it in other places. I got a show in DC and I was like, oh, are they going to get it? And it always goes over really well. But I don't know, maybe my political jokes can make someone else feel less crazy. Like the way that John Oliver does for me when I'm watching Last Week Tonight, or the way, Jon Stewart has. Jon Stewart, I've been watching him since I was, 19, 20 years old. And he kind of has shaped my worldview a lot. That's where for a long time, that's where I got my news. So, yeah, maybe I might go political a little more at some point.
One of our last episodes, we was literally just talking about how as comedians, we got to be more vulnerable. And if that's the stuff that be on your mind, why not talk about it?
Yeah. And I like I definitely do more stuff about growing up and my life experiences. So yeah, it's not off the table. And maybe I would love to, I've always wanted to be like I'm a writer. I write news. I write news stories. I've been in Newsweek and Forbes and all these big publications as a ghostwriter for big companies and stuff. But I would love to maybe do some political commentary, like some writing for The Onion or something like that. Or so maybe one day, who knows? I'm still a spring chicken.
All right, hold that thought. I'm just about to start it over.
I like Taylor Tomlinson. Okay. I like how I feel like she just is. You're just sitting at the kitchen table with her and she's just telling you some stories about her life. Okay. She's just telling you how she feels about things and you're like, that's fucking funny. But she just feels like she's having a conversation with you. And as a comic, I know that she's said this stuff over and over, and it's before she gets to her Netflix special, she's refined this stuff. But when she gets up there, it just seems fresh and like she's just saying it off the cuff and it seems so natural. Like, that's what I strive every time I get on stage to do. Like, I don't want it to feel scripted. I want it to feel just like I'm having a conversation and you can relate, right? And bring the audience in that way.
All right. Next one. Fashion style.
Whew. I know all the time. I know my fashion is lacking sometimes.
Mine's too. Fuck.
I know all the time. I'm like, I could do better. But also, I'm trying to pay these bills and I'm tired. Right. So, God, fashion style. I don't know. I just saw Cat Williams. You saw he was wearing a Saints shirt.
You want to dress like Cat?
No, I'm not saying, but you can. But he goes out feeling confident, looking like a little pimp, doesn't he?
He does.
But I'm just
look
saying,
like a pimp, man. What the fuck wrong with that?
I'm just saying. Have you seen his? He wore a Saints shirt in his last special. I just want to show a little love to Cat Williams wearing his little Houdat Saints.
We was talking about going to see him in February.
Did it look like he's on a cruise ship?
It was I think it was SeaWorld or some shit like that.
Okay. I was like, is he doing Carnival? What the fuck?
That was on social media. It was, I'll send it to you.
Yeah, it's funny, but he's wearing a Saint shirt, so I just
a special or a clip.
It was a clip.
It was
okay, cool.
clips.
Yeah, that was just like somebody recorded him doing.
Okay.
Yeah.
He said special. I'm like, okay.
I don't know. When I think of comics, I don't really think about a lot of fashion. There's this comic in Atlanta that I worked with a lot, Haley Montgomery. I think she's in LA now, but she always looked really cute. Okay. And like Haley booked me for my first comedy festival, gave me my first hosting gig, and I was like, "Are you sure?" And she's like, "You got this." So yeah, I think she's in LA now, but she did Backhand Comedy Festival in Woodstock, Georgia. It was a lot of fun, but she had a lot of confidence in me. She
was the producer of the festival.
Mm-hmm.
A woman produced the Backhand.
Yeah.
The world is here.
Times are changing.
Imagine that, huh?
The world is here.
Imagine that. But every day I wake up and I'm like, I'm about to put some fly shit on today. Everybody's gonna lower their tone when they're talking to me. I'm just gonna be that girl. And then I'm like, these sweatpants look really comfortable and I just gotta go make my money today and get these bills paid. I'm tired, but I got a vision. One day I'm going to be a fashionista. Well, this is what I tell people. I used to work in the corporate world. When I first moved to New Orleans, I was making $85,000 a year. No kids. That's a lot of money. Mm-hmm. And then I got laid off. If y'all know any marketing, copywriting jobs, let me know. So now I've been just hustling and paycheck to paycheck. Y'all have only known the Temu version of Ashley. Mm-hmm. Y'all didn't know that Ashley making $85,000 a year who paid $300 a month to have her eyelashes tinted and curled. Used to run 5 miles every day because, I didn't have my first meeting until 10:30 in the morning and was buying all the fancy shit. Y'all don't know that Ashley. Y'all just been knowing Temu Ashley.
Niggas gonna be flirting with that Ashley. Say, hey Ashley, how you doing, Ashley? Good to see you.
The Temu version of yourself is hilarious.
Well, thank you, but it could I could look better.
That is a clever way to call yourself broke. The
my nails used to be done. Pedicure was always on point. I was always looking. And then, that job went away. And I've been just hustling and doing. I'm a tour guide in the French Quarter if you need to book a tour. And y'all, I'm just saying, y'all don't know $85,000 a year, Ashley. Y'all couldn't even.
Start saying too. This is the Temu Harry Landry. Saying, nigga, you broke. Now I'm Temu.
Yeah, I'm Baroque.
Yeah,
with a little umlaut on the end.
Shit Versace.
Nah, I'm Timu like a motherfucker.
I ain't broke. Timu,
I'm Route 21 like a motherfucker.
Nigga said, I'm City Trends.
I'm City Trends like I'm City Troy. Bitch, I'm City.
I say I want to thrift because it's better for the environment, but really I got thrifted money. I don't have anything other than thrifted money.
Facts. Nigga be in that bit like $3.
And I am lucky that I'm aging someone decent because I figured in my 40s I'd be like getting Botox and shit. I don't have Botox money. I just gotta moisturize.
Doing that shit.
I just gotta moisturize.
Nigga be 21 years old getting Botox. What the fuck?
Getting a face pulled.
Looking stupid.
Oh, I haven't had anything but moisturizer on this face, and I think it's holding up pretty decent for the ripe old age of 42. But I really thought I'd be looking like Joan Rivers over here at 42, and I'm over here.
You ain't doing.
That's crazy.
Hey, Jennifer Turbo is gorgeous. She looks good. I hope I look that good at 50.
Facts.
And by 50, I better be having some Botox money. If I don't have Botox in me at 50.
I just want Botox money. I don't want to get Botox, dude.
I don't know. I'm going to make the decision when it comes around.
You gotta keep
when I got the money,
though.
I'm going to have to be like,
that's like surgery. With plastic surgery, you got to keep getting it. What's the point?
I don't know. I will tell you,
I don't know.
My cousin's going to kill me, and I love you, cuz. But my cousin got a Brazilian butt lift, and she literally took a slow-mo video of my ass, and that is what she showed the doctor when they asked her what butt she wanted. So my cousin was like, can I take a video of your butt to send the doctor? And then she took a slow-mo video of my ass to give to her doctor.
Now she got the Timu ass. Now she
got the Timu ass.
The Timu ass?
You saying my ass is regular?
No, I'm saying though, however, her ass doesn't look like yours. I can show you that.
It looks pretty good now that she got it done.
She
got it done.
But it don't look like yours. I know for a fact.
But your ass don't look like it got a BBL, dude. You got a regular ass.
Well, we talking about somebody who may have not had no ass, Troy.
She didn't have an ass.
How much does she weigh? That's an important question. How much?
She's a thin girl.
I know some skinny girls with some thick ass.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
everybody
ain't got
genetics is a thing, Troy. Everybody don't pop out like bam.
She's proportionate and she's gorgeous.
Yes.
Shout out you, cuz, man.
And that's what matters. As long as you're pretty on the inside.
She married?
She is married.
All right, I wanted to support her boo, but just shout out to you.
The husband's smacking that silicone. Pow. Smacking.
She's married to a lovely, lovely fella. He's a Falcons fan, but what can you do?
Boy, fuck no.
I know. Can't win them all.
Comedy style. What comedian would you take their comedy? Take.
I like Kyle Kinane. I like how it feels like. I feel like when you're listening to Kyle on stage, those are like, he can somehow take his thoughts and just put them out there and they make sense and they're brilliant.
Hilarious, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it just is so natural. I feel like he just gets high. Like, his comedy is like he's on the best high ever, and he can translate that to the audience. Yeah. It's how I wish I was when I'm high, and I think I'm hilarious, but I'm probably not, which is why I don't smoke before paid gigs. But he just seems to pull it off so well. I just am a big fan of his.
Work ethic.
I think I like my work ethic.
That's
as
cool.
Far as
Talk
like
your shit, Ashley.
Yeah,
I like my work ethic as far as when I have a paid gig, I know that people in that audience, a lot of these people got babysitters. This is their date night. They got dressed up. They you know, and so I take that really seriously. I want them to come and feel like they got what they paid for. I don't smoke weed before a gig. I don't get drunk before. Like, I wouldn't play around with that. If it's a paid gig, I am coming at it with the utmost profession. So I'm pretty cool with my work ethic.
Physicality.
Okay, what does physicality mean?
How like animated a person is. Do they use their body?
Okay. You know, I like when you just don't do too much for the sake of doing too much. So like Lewis Black, I think that his physicality matches his energy. And so anyone who it matches their energy is what I respect. So like Lewis Black, I love that he goes up and he emulates what he's saying. So maybe Lewis Black, he's a good one to look up to with that. And he's a OG. He's a good one.
Yeah. I like how you didn't say it like obvious, like quote unquote more known names. So definitely as a comic, you guys gonna go home and look up.
Yeah, for sure.
No, real talk. Like, you guys gonna go look up and really go dive into who these people are.
And I'm gonna list them again.
Yeah, Lewis Black honestly looks like you're worried he's gonna have a heart attack at any minute. Like, it just looks like he's about to keel over because he's so stressed out.
How old is he?
I mean, he's older. I would think he's at least in his 60s, maybe older. But watch him. He's so animated and he's so like, fuck you. And like, and you're concerned for his well-being every time he comes out on top.
All right, well, let's list Ashley's perfect comedian: delivery, Taylor Tomlinson; fashion style, Haley Montgomery; comedy style, Kyle Kinane; work ethic, herself; physicality, Louis Black.
And he's
there
78.
You go. He's 78.
Louis Black?
78, 77.
Oh, show Harry who the dude is. I've seen him before.
I've seen him before.
Yeah.
I've seen him before.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you again, Ashley, for being a guest on our podcast.
My pleasure.
Yeah. This was a great episode. It was a wonderful episode.
Oh, I'm glad. I was so worried. I was like, I'm going to disappoint them.
It's crazy because all the stuff that we talked about in the first 30 minutes, I was going to bring it up in the last 30 minutes. So
it just was swap swap. Yeah.
Yeah, that's perfect. That was
Ashley, cool. You ain't never had to ask no questions until you just started answering shit.
I'm like, I'll take it from here, guys.
Facts, and that's what we like. We like our guests.
Nigga said, y'all go do something. Zoom the camera in on me.
Especially when you talking about shit that people really care about.
She did her own interview.
I care about a lot of things. It's exhausting sometimes, but I do care about a lot of things.
That's why you have to be tired. You care about too much shit.
I care about my friends. I care about my country. I care about my career. And get my bills paid. Those are my big cares. Yeah. And so, yeah.
Let them know where they can follow you at again.
Right now, just Instagram. Ashley Tells Jokes.
On Facebook?
I mean, on Facebook, I'm Ashley Zoerner. But honestly, I link them. So whatever I put on Instagram, I put on Facebook. Okay, Ashley Zoerner.
So, yeah.
Yeah. On Facebook. But, yeah, give me a follow. Appreciate the love.
And we're going to make Ashley a TikTok. We outside.
So here's the thing.
We're going to teach you how to make TikTok.
Here's the thing. Because I care too much, I got off TikTok as soon as the election happened and they did that whole mass message to everyone thanking Trump. I was like, this feels dirty. It feels...
They did that?
Yeah. So, and then they're talking about selling it to a corporation. And then as soon as Trump came in office, TikTok has heavily leaned right-leaning. And so I got off TikTok because it felt icky, and I just got to follow my gut on that.
We will not be making Ashley a TikTok.
What T-Move version of TikTok are you on?
I'm on Red Note.
Follow Ashley on Red.
We on Red Note.
Follow me on Red Note, but I just scroll on there. I don't put anything. And then on the same note, I got rid of Spotify because they refused to quit running an ICE recruitment campaign. So I switched over to Tidal.
They said follow Ashley on Threads.
Yeah, like they're fucking everything up. I can't be on anything with a good conscience.
Nigga said, follow me in person.
Yeah, follow me to my shows. Follow me to my shows. But honestly, come on my tours.
Follow me up the street.
I really am passionate about the city of New Orleans. And honestly, I wish we could have got into that a little bit, but we do live in a very interesting, unique city. Yeah. And so
we'll bring you back. You back.
And so I give a good tour. So yeah, you can literally follow me around the French Quarter. Just hit me up at Ashley Tells Jokes and I'll book a tour for you and teach you about the Big Easy.
Boom. Again, if you have Ashley on any of your show, Ashley does really, really good at promoting your shows, whatever show she on. She really does shine a positive light on the comedy scene here in New Orleans. And people love her so much on the tours. They follow her to the comedy show. And like people will be like, yeah, Ashley told me to come here. And they come and follow her, man. It's a really good time, So thank you, Ashley, for what you do.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Thank you for being
I love y'all.
Thank you for being a good, wonderful white woman that cares.
Gotta give it up for our wonderfuls.
This has been another episode of Let's Talk Ball. We'll see y'all next time. If you know ball, let's talk ball.
And we out.
And if you don't, it's okay. Shut the fuck up.